I feel as if the next question is going to be even worse for discussions. This one's yours. This question is yours.
I can ask it.
Okay, what's your question?
So it's very controversial. How many holes does a straw have?
It's a very controversial one. One.
I thought you'd say that, and that is exactly why my opinion is the opposite.
Okay, explain your thinking.
Okay, no. I want to leave my thinking to the end because that's very complicated. It's a whole chain of events that I need to explain. So, why do you think it's one?
Right. So it's one long continuous hole going through the straw. Right. So it's tube. It's one long hole. By comparison, think of a donut. That's one hole. That isn't two holes.
Yes, because the donut is very short. It's very small. It doesn't have like room to breathe.
Yeah, one hole. So if you get that donut and you stretch it to the length of a straw, why does it suddenly become two holes?
That would be a logical thing to say if you could stretch the donut, Libby, but you can't, so...
Well, let's say you make it out of, I don't know, Play-Doh or something, so if a donut is one hole and a straw is two, at what point in length does it become two?
I'm gonna backtrack. The donuts are two holes.
Are you only saying... Are you only saying that to cover yourself?
If it's paper thin, that's a hole. Because it doesn't have any length to it.
But if you're talking in the third dimension, it does have length. So what's the length required for it to have two holes?
Long enough. Okay.
It's a subjective
I'm not convincing you because I haven't gone through my explanation.
Okay, go for it.
It's very scientific. Okay, so have you ever seen those online questions that are supposed to trip you up and make you fail and stuff, like those math questions? Not those, but have you seen those?
I think so. I'm thinking captures,
like those that use
those.
No, not those. Like those math questions with the dumb division sign to make you fail and trip, and some people are like, oh, the question, the answer's 3, and these other people are like, the answer's 9.
Yeah,
to cause debate.
A few of those.
It's not that, but it's just so you know the type of stuff we're talking about. Have you seen those where it's like a shirt with a hole in the middle?
I think so. I think I've heard. What is it? How many holes?
Yeah, how many holes does a shirt have?
Yeah,
and we as a society have agreed on the answer. When there's a shirt, like a 2D shirt, the image is a 2D shirt. It's not an actual 2D shirt. And there's a hole and you can see through it to the other side. We as a society have collectively decided that the answer is 6. There's one in the front, one in the back, 2 for the sleeves, 1 for the head, and the other for the body, right?
Right.
There's 6. There's 6 holes in that shirt.
6 holes.
Now, let's remove the holes that were ripped in the shirt. We're going to remove the first one, the one in the front.
I didn't catch the ripped part.
Oh, yeah, a regular shirt without holes would be, we have 4, because we're removing the one from the front and the one from the back. We have 4, the sleeves, the head, and the body, right? Now, let's say I remove one sleeve. We cover it up. We don't remove it. That would just cause another hole. We cover up the sleeve. This shirt doesn't have a sleeve. We remove the hole. There's 3. Let's remove the other sleeve. Cover it up. We removed 1. There's 2. And would you look at that? What's that shape? What's that shape you have there? Very, very straw-like, right? Extremely straw-like. And how many holes are we left with? We're left with 2 holes.
Look, I do agree with that. I do agree that a shirt would have 4 holes.
Yes.
My reasoning, my thinking, I didn't write this down on notes. I'm not actually sure, but my reasoning, my thinking would be it being a continuous hole. If it's one long hole, that's like a tube or a tunnel. That would be one long hole. But a t-shirt isn't really one long continuous thing. But even like you said with patching up the sleeves.
Yes.
I don't know. That part of me says, yeah, that's 2 holes, but I feel as if it's along the lines. I think it's along the lines of a t-shirt has two intended holes. You know, one to put your head in, one to put over you. There's two holes, but a straw is just one long thing. Its entire purpose is transporting liquid in through one side and one through the other side. It's one long hole.
And the shirt's purpose is to go through solid.
I'm very mixed right now because I agree the shirt has four, right? I agree with that. Yeah, exactly. But a straw can only have one hole.
And why is that?
Because it's a long continuous hole. It goes from one end to the other. One long continuous hole.
You have one at one end and another at the other end. And then you have like a long space of nothing where you can transport liquid. Makes perfect sense.
Like, I keep going back in my head to the donut analogy that I had. A donut is one hole through the center of the donut. One hole. It's not two. And a straw, to me, is one hole, just like that donut. The shape is similar.
I see that. I understand that.
A t-shirt, yes, if you remove the sleeves, it's functionally the same. So I don't know why that's two holes and not one. I'm not sure what separates them.
See, the boring answer is that language is stupid and dumb and nothing is consistent. But we're not gonna... That's stupid. Let's not go with that.
Oh, we've got some great questions for the very first podcast, I swear.
I can't explain the donut stuff. I'll give you that. Because I don't know if it's because we are used to saying that a donut has one hole, but it actually has two, like one of those things. Or if it actually has one, for real.
I think it is down to familiarity, yes. What you're used to saying. Like if I had always believed that a donut has two holes, maybe my perspective would change. And maybe I'm trying to... Yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one.